Hey everyone, Ariane here, and I have a health hack for you today. So, this is kind of a different health hack. It's more about emotional health than physical health, but everything ties in together, as we all know. So, lately, I have had kind of this epiphany regarding helping people stay on a healthy path toward optimal living and optimal health. So we have this tendency as humans to punish ourselves, to put ourselves in a category of good, bad, um, succeeding, failing, winning, losing, cheating, or being whatever the word is, obedient. Um, and honestly, what we end up doing, I have realized through coaching a lot of people and doing some trial and error on this topic, is we set ourselves up for failure. The second you become the authority figure in your life, you will immediately start to rail against that authority figure, because it's human nature to want to be free. It's human nature to want to get to choose. And you might be rebelling against your mom or your teacher or your boss, but you also might be rebelling against yourself. And when you put expectations on yourself and say, if you do this, you're good, and if you do this, you're bad. If you do this, you are compliant, and if you do this, you're cheating. If you do this, you win, and if you do this, you lose. Part of you says, oh, I have to do this or I'm good, so I'm good. But a much bigger, much more in control part of you, even though it might be quiet and back here behind your conscious mind, is saying, you know what? You can kiss my butt. You don't tell me what to do. I am free. I get to choose. And by dang, I'll go do exactly what I just told myself I couldn't do just to prove it. Not only that, but the second, even if you're trying really hard to adhere, the second you make any little slip toward what you have just defined as failure, it's also human nature to say, I just screwed up. I suck. Why did I even bother? I shouldn't even try doing this because I stink and I'm never going to be able to do it. So I'm just going to embrace that failure and wallow in it, and do whatever the things I do to make myself forget and medicate that yucky feeling away, whether it's food or TV or just sitting around or some of the other things that are even less healthy. And that's just kind of a Band-Aid, and it works for a little while, but then you're right back feeling even worse, beating yourself up even more, shoving yourself into that box over here where you're yelling at yourself to be good again, and you start all over. And so when I coach people, and it took me a while to get to this because I had to learn it myself. Every choice you make is a valid choice. Every choice you make is a valid choice, and you get a payoff. So if you want to stay unhealthy and be in a body that doesn't move freely, or be in a job that doesn't serve you, or a relationship that doesn't serve you, or be engaged in a behavior that doesn't serve you, you need to examine what the payoff is for that. You need to examine why that choice is valid in your life. And before you can decide not to do it, you have to give yourself permission and acceptance if you choose that behavior. Because if you can choose, and there's no way to be good or bad, and there's no way to lose or win, all there is a choice that either moves you toward something you want, or away from something you don't want, or gives you something that is valuable to you. That's a motivating factor. Punishment and win or lose is not a motivating factor. Every choice is valid. I bit my nails for years and years and years down to a bloody stump, and I hated myself for it. And I would look at him every time I had mutilated my fingers and said, I'll never do this again. It's so ugly. It makes me so ugly. And it was about 30 seconds before I could, before I was biting him all over again. Even while they were in my mouth, I would be yelling at myself, get him out, get him out, get him out. And I couldn't, because I was my own enemy. I was opposing my own authority, if that's crazy, but I think you know what I mean. And so the difference that what did it for me, and I still go through periods of struggle with my nails. I have fake nails on right now because about a week ago, I went through a phase and I bit off all my nails. But here's the difference. I gave myself permission to bite my nails. I look at my nails and I say, you know what? If whatever I'm feeling stress over is that bad and this makes it feel better, by dang, I can bite my nails and I will accept that I will have ugly, disgusting, stubby nails for 3 weeks or a month before they recover. And if that's worth it to me, then I have peace picking it. And if it's not worth it to me, I also feel free and comfortable with deciding to do something else. And I bite my nails about 5% as much as I used to. Not even that. And I was thinking about that a while ago, and I kind of had this epiphany that it's the same thing with my clients. You know, they'll say, oh, I cheated, I'm so bad, and now I just have to wait till Sunday and start all over. But you know that next week they're going to cheat again. They're going to feel bad again. They're going to fall off the wagon again, beat themselves up, go into a pattern of destructive and unproductive behavior until they feel so bad that they self-loathe themselves out of it and back into that, I'll beat myself up. Well, tough love doesn't work. It's not tough love. I think it was The Simpsons where Lisa said, it feels like soft hate. And that is the truth. Tough love doesn't work. You cannot tough love another person, and you cannot tough love yourself. You can love yourself. You can give yourself choices. You can accept that you have choices and make peace with the fact that there is no wrong choice with most things in life besides like it's wrong to kill. Okay. But if you want to eat food that makes you feel good and taste good and is satisfying in ways that mean something to you, but that don't serve your health, well, guess what? There isn't one that's right or wrong. There's one that will get you to one certain destination, and there's one that will get you to another, and both choices are valid. And you can choose more optimal days than not. You can choose to have that yummy goodie when you feel like it, when it will serve a purpose that is beneficial to you. And you can also choose to just let things stay how they are, because I guarantee you're a good and wonderful and amazing person with a heck of a lot to offer the world, whether you shed 50 pounds or get your blood pressure down or not. It doesn't mean anything about you. What it means is that you've chosen to walk towards something with free will and no pressure that will help you feel more healthy, or not. And not is okay. But the takeaway is give yourself grace, be easy with yourself, give yourself the right to choose, and give yourself the right to choose without judgment and that feeling that you're wrong or that you're defective. You're not. You're intrinsically beautiful and good and worthy, no matter what size you are, whether you're healthy or whether you struggle with health, whether other people see it or not. You have value, and your choices and your decisions have value, whatever they end up being. And just know that choosing just moves you in a direction. It moves you either towards something you want or away from it. And if you can evaluate honestly your payoffs for each of those things, you have a much bigger chance of succeeding toward your goals than beating yourself up. So don't say stuff like, I cheated, or I'm bad, or I fell off the wagon. Just say, I chose differently today, and tomorrow we'll see what I choose, and I'm at peace with that. And see if that changes the dialogue in your head and the way you feel about yourself. I kind of have a feeling that it will. I've been doing this for a while, and I've had my own aha moments about it with myself, and I've seen it with my clients, and I know that it's the way to make peace and love yourself. My name is Ariane. If you would like any more information on how to move toward more optimal days in your own life, reach out to me. I'll see you guys later.